This is Dean Takahashi from VentureBeat, and I'm here with Kudo Tsunoda from Microsoft. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah, and you're the creative director on Kinect. So you've been working on this for about 3 years, and Microsoft's about to ship it, right? So tell us about what you've done that whole time. Like, how did you guys start this?
You know, I think it's great. I mean, one of the things that just Don Matrick, who's the head of the Xbox division inside Microsoft, really kind of put out as a challenge to everybody working on Xbox of, we have so many great entertainment experiences on our console. Not just games anymore, but games, movies, TV, music, and trying to figure out a way, how could we make all of those experiences accessible to a lot more people. I mean, I think game controllers are great. I played with controllers my whole life. I'm really good at playing with a controller. But for lots of people who haven't, played video games before, it's kind of hard to master the controller because there's so many buttons and so many analog sticks, and it's intimidating for some people. And we really, as people are working at Xbox, wanted to make it so anybody, no matter kind of how old you are or how much experience you've had playing games, could really jump in and have a good time with Xbox, not having to read any instructions, not having to master a controller, but you could just get in and play games and watch movies, listen to music, have all your entertainment right there on Xbox, and make it super easy to just get in and have a good time. And that's kind of the original mission we started with in building Kinect. And that's
some people have described it as the Wii on steroids. Did the Wii sort of inspire some of this to maybe try to figure out how to go further than what it does?
I mean, I think the Wii and Wii's a great system, but there's big differences between what you see on the Wii and what you have with Kinect. I mean, with Kinect, first of all, you really can use your whole body, which makes it a lot more immersive. So, when you're playing like a soccer game, you're not like hitting the soccer ball by waving your hands. You're actually kicking the ball with your foot, just like you would in real life. But the great thing with Kinect is it isn't even just like motion-based gaming. I mean, lots of people call Kinect another motion-based gaming system, but we have our full-body tracking. We've also got great voice technology, right? Like you played Kinectimals earlier, you can actually talk to your animal inside of the game, or you can watch movies on your Xbox just by saying, "Hey, Xbox, play movie." And Kinect really goes so far beyond anything that you see, not only in any other video game system, but in any other medium. And it's something totally new, something totally innovative, and really, I don't think Kinect, even if something's on steroids, I don't necessarily think Kinect is something that you can compare to anything that's out there today.
How did that, during that time you guys were researching this, how did the technology move along? I guess it's fairly mature at this point.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about working at Microsoft. Like Microsoft has this group called the Microsoft Research Department, where we've just got like 1,000 scientists that are doing real technical exploration and really trying to do new things that nobody else is doing. And while I've been working on Kinect for 3 years, and Kinect has been something that has been working on with an Xbox for that amount of time, the technology that it takes to make Kinect work really has been in development for almost a decade. And that's stuff that our Microsoft Research Department had been doing like work and experimentation around for many, many years. And so the technology already had a really good head start because of all the work that our Microsoft Research Department had done. And then it's been, in the last 3 years that we've been actually able now to make it something that anybody can use, that can be played in millions of houses and works great. And it's finally now coming up on launch, for November 4th, that all the experiences, all the technology, all the entertainment that you get on Xbox is all just like working super awesome, all with Kinect.
And how did you approach the design of some of these games? Like, I guess you really don't want to do something that stretches the technology too far, right? Or puts sort of too much stress on the system. That you want to get a right balance between sort of doing something that's very different, but also something that the system can handle, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least in the designing of the Kinect experiences, we didn't really look at it from a technology point of view. We really thought creatively of what kind of experience did we want to bring to people, and what would be the most fun for people, and really tried to base our experiences around those things. I mean, a lot of the stuff you'll see in the Kinect experiences, obviously they're very approachable, right? Anybody can just get in and play right away. But they're also very social, and I think social in a different way than you've seen in video games before. You know, it's not so much just people playing at the same time, but people playing in a truly cooperative manner where the way that you interact with the person you're playing with, what your relationship is like, how you communicate with each other is a big part of the gameplay. You know, also, like, unlike any other video games, the Kinect games really allow you to play how you want to play. You know, as designers, we're not laying out a specific path or a specific set of controls that people have to use. Now, because it's using your body and your voice, you really can put your own personality into the experiences. And it's something we see a lot, is that people really play each of the Kinect experiences in their own very unique and very personalized kind of way. Plus, I mean, I think it's great. It's super fun to play Kinect, but it's really fun for everybody else in the room watching other people playing Kinect games as well. And that really like starts making it so even if you're not the person playing, it still sucks you into the experience. It makes it a much more kind of group experience. And I think
I noticed in the commercials that you're taking sort of shots of the people who are playing and not of the screen, right? So.
Yeah, and I think that's all what we're talking about with Kinect as far as how we approached it. You know, not so much based on what the technology, you know, is doing, but really what kind of experience did we want people to have when playing with Kinect, and making the people playing the focus. And you see that in the experiences, you see that in the commercials. That's really a big kind of creative thrust of what we're doing, is really making the people playing the center of the experience.
And a lot of the titles seem to skew towards very casual mass market titles right now. Is it also a system for the hardcore gamer?
So I think it's funny because, you know, it's hard. If you go look in the dictionary under hardcore gamer, there isn't really a set definition of what hardcore gamer means. And I think some people will say, you know, well, core gaming, it's about, you know, shooting people or chopping people in half or things like that. But to me, what core gamers really love is having very skill-based gameplay and having a lot of depth of gameplay in the experiences. And I think those are things that all game players love, not just video game players, but even people who play board games or people who play card games. They really like that skill-based gameplay and depth of gameplay as well. And I think that's what we focused on with the Kinect experiences, are not making stuff that's for casual gamers or not making stuff for core gamers, but what do both core gamers and casual gamers love? And building those things into the Kinect launch experiences. And you know, I've been playing video games since I was a little kid, and the stuff I could tell you is that it's just a really super fun time playing the Kinect launch games. And you know, for anybody out there, whether you played games before or not, I would just say go out and play the Kinect games, see what you think, because they're really a lot of fun for all different types of game players.
Would you say you're sort of taking people back to their childhood here, or they're putting them back in touch with their inner child, I guess?
I mean, I think the inner child part is that, you know, when I was a kid and you used to go out and play, you'd like really put a lot of your own imagination into what the play experience is like. And I think Kinect really enables people to do that. But I think Kinect, you know, it's also kind of a throwback to the way arcade games used to work in the past, you know? And when you used to go to arcades, arcade games were built so that you could get in and play right away, because if you're playing in an arcade, if you don't understand how to play it, you're just going to go to another machine. But then once you're playing it, it really has to have that addictive, skill-based gameplay, or else you're not going to play it for a long period of time. And I think that's really the kind of stuff we're doing in the Kinect games, is making it approachable so you can play right away, but really giving it that longevity of game playing, you know, just like you used to see in the old arcade games.
So when you think of, like, say, the business strategy here, is there an approach you've taken that's different from the others? you're coming out at a time when the Sony Move is out, Nintendo's already out there. How do you view the strategy here?
I mean, it's funny because being the creative director, a lot of what I'm focused on is more the experience side and the creative side than necessarily the business strategy. But I do think, even from a creative perspective, and both from a creative perspective and a business perspective, we really tried to focus on building things that really are unique to Kinect. So things that you can't really do in any other medium, let alone on any other console. And I think that's the stuff that creatively we're super excited about, is just delivering very innovative, very new types of experiences for people. And then, that also makes just hopefully good business sense as well. And I think, just the kind of new, like the uniqueness of Kinect and how innovative it is, we already see that stuff coming through in, the pre-orders for the Kinect sensors that are going enormously well. So I didn't really focus on the business strategy as much as how we can make super great experiences for people. But I always believe, just as a, somebody who makes the experiences, if you make something really fun and you make something very unique, that the business part of that will follow.
And how do you look at the pipeline now for Kinect? What's sort of coming after the initial launch games? You got 2011 games. I know there's a Star Wars game in the works. What can people look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is that we look at Kinect a lot the same way that we kind of look at Xbox Live, where if you think about Xbox Live, it's so much different now than when it first launched, right? And so many new types of experiences and so many new types of features have been added to Xbox Live over time. And I think that's the same approach we take with Kinect, that we have a lot of great experiences and features already available, but we're going to continue to build new kinds of experiences and new features with Kinect that are just going to evolve over time. So you go get your Kinect sensor today, and there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that gets added to Kinect as a platform that you're going to be able to get, just by having the original Kinect sensor. From the experience side, definitely at E3 last year, we announced a Star Wars game coming for Kinect, which is going to be great. Forza, which is the best racing game on this generation of consoles, incorporating Kinect, which we announced at E3 also. And then, I think you're just going to see a lot of the, really creative people of the industry that have a new palette of creative tools to play with, and getting to see just a lot more new types of experiences that are, coming obviously after launch as well.
Look forward to it. That's Kudo Tsunoda from Microsoft. Thank you very much.